Hello my friends, welcome back to the Legacy of the Void Randomizer. We are jumping straight into the Shakuros mission, and I am excited to figure out how all the cloaked things work together. I don't think they're going to work very well. So what I think is going to happen is the first bit of the mission is going to work fairly well with cloak stuff, but then we're going to have too many things with like energy costs and other things that don't have energy, you know what I mean? Like it's all going to get a bit funky, and we're probably going to have to play the second half more legitimately. So let's see exactly what is going on here. We got... Oh. Well, these are cloaked units to roll. And a vulture is a bit weird. Wait a moment. We're unlocking cheap robotic unit. Oh, that must be what the base... Because it's the Avenger. The Avenger isn't on the specialist tier in the gateway. It's on the cheap robotic unit tier. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because the specialist unit tier is a lot later. That is just a weird quirk of how it was designed originally for Wings and Hots, which works out fine, and it makes it a little bit odd here. However, it does mean that we're going to have some opening power in the Widow Mines for defense. Usually defending on this map can be a little bit tricky because the attack waves are kind of scary. So I'm actually okay having these Widow Mines. It does mean we're going to have to play more safe than normal. Now, I have been pointed out that in the last couple missions, what kept happening is I went, okay, I'm going to try to not use the damage-based top bar. And then what instantly happened right after is I would roll so terribly that I couldn't defend without it. So what I'm going to say this time is I am going to so overwhelmingly melt all of these enemies from orbit that it's not even going to be funny. Right after this pylon break, because I just realized I'm supply blocked. You know, we're going to spam the ever-loving F2 out of this orbital strike button. It is going to be insane. That is what we're going to do right now, as far as I'm claiming. We'll see how it goes. Perfect. We need to get more stuff. Oh, it does exist. Christmas came early. We got an Energizer. Oh man, if we get... So last time there was a wonderful, wonderful man in the comments who's, or it could be a woman, I don't know, in the comments who counted up every single Havoc. Last mission, we got 15 Havocs. 15. Statistically, it's one of those things that's like 1 in a billion. I mean, so infinitely unlikely to get that many Havocs with the size of that tier. But it happened because Christmas came early this year, but not in a good way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is the emergency recall does recall to the Nexus, which is very nice. That's one of the additions that was made by Gertie. And it does, because just for various design reasons. I don't even remember the reason. We talked about it. There was definitely logic behind it. So it no longer has to recall to the Dark Shrine, which means you don't need a Dark Shrine. Oh, of course, the reason is because this unit happens to pop out of the Robo, right? And it'd be weird to have a unit that recalls to the Dark Shrine but pops out of the Robo, and if you don't have a Dark Shrine, then it's just like, LOL, get wrecked. It does mean we can be fairly aggressive with this Avenger early on as we play defense with these units. This thing has a lot of HP. My goodness. Let's just keep getting stuff out. We're going to get to 24 out of 24. I think we're going to stay on one base for this mission. This one in general is a mission that I'm like, The second base is one that you can clear out, but by the time the creep recedes and everything, it's never truly worth it to get. Oh my gosh, another Energizer. This is getting good. Getting kind of happy about this. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning, there are 3 different bonus objectives on this one. And the bonuses give units, which means that I kind of want to get them with normal stuff instead of just sneaking over and grabbing them. Because the Solarite that they give, not really that useful comparatively to the actual power that we get here. I'm going to wait for an attack wave, and then we're going to move out with this main army and start trying to get something done. Get wrecked, Nidus. Oh, you didn't die. Get wrecked, Nidus. More like Ditus. And we're just going to keep producing while this is all happening. Mr. Avenger is getting a lot done right here. He's exactly the same as the normal DTs you get on this mission, which goes to show how insane even an individual DT is here. But he does have that little backup for when I eventually mess up with him, he will head on back home, which is, it just makes me feel good about myself. A little bit less scared about the future. Like when I walk into that detection zone. And I might even have a little bit, just a little bit too much gas. I'm not sure what to do with it. I don't know what I want to do with this guy in general. He's kind of done his job and is he stuck? Maybe I just get him killed so he goes back home. Yeah, then we can use him to defend. That's not bad. One mine's blasting, and I think it's time to go. We're gonna clear to the left, and then we're going to clear around and up. I like the way this is gonna go. We're gonna get some of the cheaper robo units as well. Ooh! Oh, that's fancy! Look at that! That was Neato Burrito. I liked that quite a bit. Just completely unnecessary. But little touches like that are so cool. We got some instigators, which are nice. We have everything chronoified. We can take down this immortal. I don't got a whole lot that is like super microable right now. We're going to chrono this and chrono surge it. And then see if we can get a nice bit of power. Ooh, Predator. Another Avenger. I'll take it. And this base is going down without a problem. Ooh, some more mines to keep me safe. So one thing I'm noticing about the cheap defender units, or cheap robo units, is that they seem very strong on the defense overall. There's Widowmines, there's Vultures, there's Avengers. Hellions, not so much. I mean, they exist, but no one's going to call them the A-class defense that we need. Everything else, though, pretty legit. And then the sturdy ones is kind of a more aggressive class of units. Or maybe more generalist. Pull over here. Grab that warp-in reinforcements. Target this down. And get another robo, why not? We're getting Predators, which is nice, and Annihilator is pretty good. Get the bonus, or rather get the main objective, then we'll head over to the bonus.
We have secured a second launch bay.
And I think that I'm just not going to reinforce this area with more troops. We're just going to keep the push going. These queens are so fast. They're on creep with a stim from the Energizer. They're insane. You've never been so quick before. Oh, Could we... You've never... Okay, You've, Come on. 3. Why won't you use it? Am I messing up? Why won't you energize it? There we go. You've never been so fast before. Well, that was way too much work. Instigators again. Interesting. Seem to be getting instigators a lot. Which I think is just RNG. I wonder if there's anywhere on this map that we can actually make use of the fact that these guys go mass blinky. I don't think so. There's definitely times where blink mobility will be built into the mission, design-wise, and we'll be able to make good use out of it, but I'm not sure that right here is where that'll be. Now, for these final stretches in the mission, I'm thinking that I'm going to bring Mr. Avenger to help out. You know what? We're getting a lot of robos because these are a 40-second build time. It's so long. I feel like the build times are a little bit long in this campaign overall for a lot of the tiers. I think some of them may have been balanced around the Heart of the Swarm build times, which is eggs instead of individual robos. And that definitely changes things up a bit. Move up here. I'm like trying to blink, but I have to tab through 30 different things in order to get to the blink page. Oh, you're not an annihilator. Let's try a shadow cannon.
Is there no end to these abominations?
Then get these guys. Here they come. We're kind of getting owned. I may have been a little too aggressive here. Let's take down this Nidus. And then... oh no. Okay, we gotta take down these infinitely spawning Niduses. And then start pulling back with everything. We have a lot of Widow Mines. Those are going to slow down the enemies. We can drop some Spider Mines as well and just power out these defensive guys. As I said. Just keep pulling them on through. Avenger should be able to take these down. Oh, the Widow Mines! Widow Mines do bonus versus shields, don't they? Yup, including my own shields. That's pretty rough. Well, for the next area, we can absolutely just sneak a couple of the Avengers in as we are building up our attack force again. They'll be pretty good at it. I didn't think I was going to so reliably be able to get Avengers, that was the thing. But it seems like the odds are pretty good. We can take this down, and this guy will just chill out right here. Use him as a bit of spotting to figure out what's going on. This is so many Widow Mines. Well, I mean, life might be a bit tough, but we are definitely immune to counterattacks forever. So we'll eventually win or run out of money.
We have purged the infestation. Only one launch bay remains disabled.
Let's see if we can sneak our way back over here. Absolutely can. And then meet up with our friends. This is starting to be a pretty good army once again. Yeah, there's no way that you should be able to afford 5 robo production on one base. That is definitely far too slow. Because I'm not running out of cash here. Why did I build a pylon? I'm at 146 space for max supply. Lacking the anti-air here. But really the only air that matters are these overseers.
Another void thrasher has been summoned. This one is in the heart of the city.
Fortunately, we did so well on time in the early sections that this final void thrasher is only spawning just now. And we can still get over there in a reasonable fashion. It's not like we took so long at the beginning that it's been up for 5 minutes or something and we're about to die. Oh. Yeah, air is going to be a problem here. We have Shadow Cannon. Never mind, Shadow Cannon is pretty darn good. And we have a couple Cyclones. I didn't notice we had 2. I thought we had 1. Some more of this gas that we really desperately need. And hopefully the final group of mercenaries is going to be helpful from this bonus objective. What do we got? Not instigators again, please. Something a little bit better, huh? Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright. Alright. This is good. Got a lot of annihilators. By a lot, I mean 2. And then we can just poke up here. Half durability is fine, Vorzun. You do not need to be worried about this one bit. Get the voids charged up, and then there's not much that can stop us. Oh yeah, these are so broken. Good old voids. So one of the nice things about having this tier that is inaccessible normally means it's actually accessible early, if that makes sense. So normally you would have to wait until slain in order to get any type of void rage, but because it's on the bonus objective tier, you get to play with it in places that you normally wouldn't. Because I was just thinking, if anything starts going wrong, I can just take the flying units behind and win. I'm going to try to fight through normally, but I definitely could do that if I needed to. I just hope we don't need to. Pull back a little bit with the voids. Oh my goodness. Maybe we do need to.
Annihilation commencing.
Yeah, okay, maybe I should have not targeted down that Void Thrasher. It doesn't really matter. We got the Void. We're going to use our tools that are given to us. We weren't given 52 Immortals, which is normally the way to just power your way through this, but we were given a little bit of sneakiness and 50 trillion Widow Mines. We're just going to sit here and take this out. This is actually a pretty good army. We would have been able to bust again. No problemo. Get them mines. Nailed it. I think that there was an attack wave at the same time. That was part of it. It was attack wave and the Niduses on this big fight. And that caused a little bit of pain. Can we talk about the fact that this Void Ray does like no DPS? I guess this is not armored. It's just a structure. Interesting. I never thought of that. Because it just doesn't come up on this mission ever. I probably should have been better about my support unit warping in too. I had those initial energizers and they were great, and then I kind of stopped. I have 4 annihilators and need to wait for them to show up, but they keep getting caught behind the Quilgors and they're ensnared. So what I'm going to do is fire 1, 2, 1, 2. Shadow cannons to take out the Niduses. Keep pushing. And then start stutter stepping forward. There is... I'm not sure if this is an attack wave or not, but we can start targeting down the Niduses. I think we have the DPS for it. And then... Don't die, please. Come on, Quilgors. We got it. The Void Ray did it. One thing I'm noticing is that none of the tiers really have a good anti-light unit that we can reliably roll for yet. Like that bulky tier, man, it's got the Diamondbacks, it's got the Immortals, the Annihilators. It's so anti-armored. And the light tier has got Banelings as anti-light, but not really anything else. The mid tier has the Adept as the only one. It's really, I guess, the big units in StarCraft that are the anti-light ones, huh? Like Colossus or something like that. And so when we fight against things like Hydras, they're actually pretty scary. However, we fight against an Ultra and it's just like, LOL, get wrecked. Oh, well, we defeated the mission and I think things went pretty well overall. We got the mercenaries, got to play with them. They were a bit of fun. Mr. Void Ray saved my life. Too many instigators, but not enough havocs. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I don't know how we're going to make the next mission fun, but I'll try my best. Peace.